This war is versus ScuffTown. I have to give a huge shout out to Jttai. Such a cool dude. He is a Zaxi alt on that list there. I watched his stream while he was hitting me. He technically could have won and like stalled it out and got the draw feature on team 2. Because I was on stream, he was just like, should we just let Dragon have it? And he's like, okay, whatever. And so he just allowed me to have it, man. Awesome guy, Jttai, man, you're so cool. Anyways, I'll commentate on the rest of the video. Enjoy, guys. All right, so this is the first fight against Mason Tho. Yeah, I went with some sort of meta comps with like a dizzy. It's kind of cheating. At this point, like when I was actually doing the entire war, all 3 hits, I actually did not know this was Jttai's guild. I actually didn't even know he had an alt account and then had a guild. I mean, Jttai, for those who don't know him, if you're a new player and you're watching this, Jttai is one of the players in the top guild's Life. And he's a streamer as well. So I give a big shout out again, like I said at the first part of the video there. He allowed me to draw on it. There's not much to do here. When I see a Little Queen Charlotte, I think Dark Orb is actually legit. Like, I use him as the bait. Like, he's my tankiest dark hero, so I just use him. Then again, it's pretty much single target damage. And I was really surprised that Charles did not die. So that kind of set me back because I kind of needed my S3 reset. But in terms of like, you know, I guess this could be difficult. I mean, yeah, if you have a Charles, Charles is just annoying, especially with a reviver that can actually revive him. That's pretty annoying. You wouldn't be able to really Oxlots cleave this one if the Little Queen Charlotte kills it going for your Oxlots. So I think the idea is to prevent Oxlot spez, perhaps. Little Queen Charlotte, unfortunately, yeah, he was really tanky actually. This Mason guy, I'm watching this right now as I'm commentating. He was really tanky. I'm like, okay. Anyways, the threat here was still Charles, so I had to kill him off. And then Ruel didn't have a revive, but he was built like super tanky. I was really surprised. Even the Little Queen Charlotte too. Everybody was just really tanky. It's pretty much asking to be Dark Corvus, to be honest. But yeah, I went with the Dark Corvus. Celestine there on the mid. Not much thought process to this one. A very easy bait. Yeah, anyways, back to my thought as the fight is going on. Yeah, I didn't know that Jttai actually had his own guild, so this was pretty cool. I only knew about it after I did all 3 hits, and then some of the yggy guys are like, "Oh, Jttai's streaming," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll just check it out." And I'm like, "Wait, he's hitting us? What? Wait, what? Why is he in this guild?" And then I realized, oh, he's actually the face of the guild. So that was kind of cool to learn. I didn't know it. It's called ScuffTown. But I do have to say though, if Jttai does actually watch this, I was on Jttai's stream watching him prep for the fights. Holy crap, man! I don't think I can fit like top guild. It's so much work. He took so long. Like, make sure like every single possibility was covered, and then draft the heroes, and then re-gear them, like full re-gear. No hate on Jttai at all. I just find that that's amazing. I would be so burnt out. I would not be able to do that. So I'm kind of glad I'm an yggy. But I think some players actually really like it. It's part of the gameplay, so I don't blame them. This team I'm still having a bit of trouble with in terms of finding out a quicker comp than the one I'm using here. I love Violin on the Dizzy. Crow has upgrades now. He's 90 gear, high resist, good defense, good HP, decent speed. So he's got a huge upgrade. For those who had commented on my Crow being really bad, I was focusing too much on effect resistance and nothing on his tankiness. Now he's very solid, I think. Yeah, this one, yeah, you can't really cleave it, and the Vivians can throw you off because with Adamant Shield or Aureus, if the CC was on Aureus, the Vivians are hard to kill, and then she cleaves and has her own CR boost, and it's like, so you I don't know, I can't think of one. And you can't really Oxlot Spez, Oxlot's a nuke, because you got Kayron. So I don't know, I'm thinking, well, I mean, maybe you could Oxlot's cleave, maybe? But you'd have to really be confident with your cleave. Jttai cleave. Like, you have to one-shot that Kayron and then strip the Immortal. Or, actually, I don't know. I wouldn't trust the cleave. Again, at this point, I didn't know this was Jttai's guild. I did not know their skill level whatsoever, so I didn't want to take a risk. I'm kind of confused with how to deal with Vivian. This is a pretty meta defense, actually. I'm seeing a lot of people running this, but I don't know if it's a successful one in terms of like, has this been like tested? I think a lot of players actually have made this successful, actually, now that I think about it. Top players means top gear though, of course. Yeah, I think they usually go with like a really fast Kayron or something like that on Alexis, and then the Vivian does the immunity, roughly about 200 plus speed, and still hits hard. And then I think MLCC usually on some sort of damage mitigation and fast high effectiveness or something like that. I think that's usually how it goes. Not quite sure. I don't have my Vivian really molded or anything. Yeah, this one's kind of stally. Kind of feel bad now. Just using stall comps like this is like, it's kind of boring. But at least at this point of this recording, Guilty Gear is back, and so people will have Dizzy. Those who actually play during this time, you'll have it. Yeah, I wanted to kill off the Vivian actually first. I think that's what I kept on going for. The Vivian was like, to me, the higher priority because of the immunity buff too. So it would be harder for me to crowd control. Vivian is actually all mages are naturally high defense, so Vivian can get really good defense actually. I wanted to push CC back just because I didn't want the barrier to come on, and it's not like Vivi can heal. Yep, here comes the boring part. The good thing is that the MLCC already had Devo, so she's speed down. But again, the barrier part is just annoying. Yeah, at this point I'm at 50, 57, 56 turns remaining to the draw. I mean, realistically you can, but when I did the recording, that stupid draw thing did give you full havoc, but now it won't. Now it won't though. So when I did the war, it had it, but it doesn't anymore. That's it for this one. Alright, I promise the fights are much quicker now. This one is yeah, this one's pretty gimped actually, I have to say. I went very so this was apparently Jttai, and like I said, I didn't know this was him. I didn't even know he had a guild, so I went with a very gimped team. Like, this is really high risk. I knew this going in, but I was like, I kind of wanted to do something cooler because the first fight with Mason was so long. I just wanted to try something else. So concept here is that, you know, I would have cleanse, I would have dual attack. This should be no problem, right? Wrong. I didn't want the ML Ken to have like more damage than he needed off from the get-go. I kind of like him maxed HP until he could get his attack buff. That ensures a better Cigar Sight return. That was my concept for putting the invincibility on him on the first turn. Although when I think back in retrospect, that was not the right way for sure, because there was a risk. There was a risk for my Akates. not to have her S2 back, which it came back to bite me. That's a bit of a spoiler there. The unbuffable, of course, I didn't really think up through this, like I said, and the drink hit super hard. I was super scared for this one, but I'm like, no, my Akate's going first. So she'll beat the Alencia. So for one turn, I was like, okay, I can breathe. But multiple death buffers. Yeah, the concept here was mainly for the Alencia to go for the ML can. That's why I doubled up on fire, and then wait a minute, did I not have an Aureus on? What the frick? Oh, that's why I took so much damage. Wait a minute, did I not have Aureus? The intention when I went into this was that she would be on an Aureus, or maybe it was an Adamant shield. I'm not quite sure actually. Anyways, regardless, yeah, I screwed myself up because the turn cooldown was used already on ML Ken. So I was like, okay, you know what? SSB is already going to do the S2 anyway, so I'm going to just go for the S3 for the pushback so I can hopefully get more turns, because I knew my Lilius was dead on that turn, but I didn't know my Akates was the next in line to be attacked. So I was kind of so Jttai, even though you gave me the green shield for free, I almost inted on you. All right. Anyways, I needed that attack buff up. It was the way to go, but it was a defense buffed Alencia, so that was just super risky. So here, this was really like, there was no way. I had to protect MLK. He was the win condition. So for the first time, I think it's first time, I've lost my fire Akates. The good part was that with MLK being like somewhat slow, I was able to pretty much kill everyone, because my Akates is dead in this turn, and then she goes for ML Can. So big brain. I'm just kidding. And the good thing is that I mean, Jttai is a good player, so he built his Alencia with high crit, so guaranteed the crit. So anyways, woo, content. Anyways, I just wanted to create something cool, but that was super risky. Again, if I had known this was Jttai, I think I wouldn't have done this. This one is actually a pretty good comp. I'm seeing a lot of people running like a Basar, Kayron, RB. No, Basar Charles RB, Basar Charles Kayron. The assumption here is that this player, again, not knowing it was Jttai, this player didn't have RB. But the Kayron can be just as effective, but this is why I went with this team here. Adamant Shield on the F Maya, Aureus on the Crow. Aureus on the Crow so he accepts more damage, and then eventually can do the S3 quicker. This is stupid. I remember I resisted. Yeah. Oh, he didn't. Oh, I see. He didn't land the attack down. I see. He only landed the blind. So yeah, I didn't return anything on that turn. It would have been good if he did debuff my Zerado on that turn. Would have got more heal, and at least I could have thrown back some really useful damage mitigation debuffs. But the attack down there, I had to accept it. I mean, there's nothing I can do here. Like he was dead. My Zerado at least. I knew he was dead. Again, like I said, I went with like some risky comps. This was a sort of fortunate attack. And it was a good thing that he did have an attack down. Yeah, this was a bit fun here. Provoke 100%, and that Kayron would not be able to extend his immortality. Even though he wouldn't have killed me, he wouldn't have extended it. But yeah, Jttai solely killed off 3 of my heroes. Anyways, good fight. Good fight, dude. And this was the last one. This one, I lost my Akate, so I defaulted to Momo. To me, Momo is the second best healer in terms of pure healing. Again, didn't know the speed tune for this one. I don't know how to pronounce this person's name. Apologies, it's in Japanese. But yeah, the thing here is like, I know my DPS have immunity, So like Dizzy, doesn't matter what speed rotation, realistically I would get the kill. Like the target here was to kill Charles with Sermia and then Violet just one-on-one pretty much with everyone. Like if Lilius dual attack with Dizzy, Dizzy is dead, and Lilius really can't kill Violet when there's a Momo, not by herself. At least not my Violet. I was pretty confident in this one, although I have made mistakes before where Lilius hits super hard. Super hard is super fast as well. I was trying to go for the attack down on that one. And you got the yeah, so 100% is like Charles, you're gone. Didn't matter what the speed tuning was, Charles is gone. And then I would focus on just the Violet, pretty much. But having Sermia alive in this fight still was really good, because then I can also kill the Lilius really quick. I think it looks like he was on an adamant shield, I think. Unless that Dizzy is just insanely tanky. Yeah, full focused with attack buff. Worth using the S3 right there. Yeah, and the other concept was because like they were pretty much going with RGB. So if you go with the opposite RGB, you'll never have an overlap in terms of like 2 DPS going into one hero. So this was like kind of flawless, pretty much. And I knew that Charles would not get a turn in order to do an S1 into an S2 onto Momo. So I didn't need a damage mitigation on that one. Yeah, this one, again, it was pretty fun. The neutral element in terms of Earth versus Earth, Acid has to be built fast. So I'm like, okay, let's try something a bit cooler. Charles is the attack buffer with Elbrus. The idea is that the FMI is focused the entire time, so that Elbrus could proc, and then that Violet didn't really have much crit rate. The Euphine would be the one-shotter to the Ruel, although I don't think I killed her off, if I remember correctly. I don't think so. It was tanky. It had 20,000 HP, and then lost the immunity buff on that turn. Yeah, I didn't kill her off, yeah. But it wouldn't have mattered. This was a pretty easy one. Yeah, with F-Mai coming, of course, that's another thing too. Again, I didn't run a healer, just didn't think that was cool enough. Too stally with a healer. Got lucky on that hit though, could have missed. But everybody's saying that the Assassin Sid evasion buff is a fake, pretty much. I think my F-Mai was on an Aureus, I'm not quite sure. Anyways, I got lucky on that one. Actually, I think he was on his apple, right? Off his apple. So the silence was really good. He wouldn't be able to restack his evasion. Anyways, that was it for ScuffTown, Iggy versus ScuffTown. We did end up winning this war. This is a post-match commentary. But good war, guys, and I'm gonna end this for the video recording. If you guys have Discord, check out the Discord server. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.